Hi, this is Amy Mott, and you are watching News from the Clover Patch. And please pardon my look today. Ooh, I've had the flu, so I am no makeup, hair a mess. And, but yeah, not going to miss all News for the Clover Patch, especially the recap. So what I've done, instead of everybody having to look at my ugly mug today, I've done just a short little video showing you just what we have done in 2012 and some of our new things we're implementing for 2013. So here we go. Give it a watch. And now on to new business.
Good morning, this is Amy Mott at Clover Patch Sanctuary, and I want to introduce you first to Jovi, who came over with Marlene Richardson last night from Johnson City. She was in a kill shelter there, and she's just a precious little girl. I think with the right diet and care and food and lots of love, she's going to turn out to be this beautiful, precious little oatmeal colored bunny. She is the sweetest, most precious little girl. Just needs some love and a great home, and she's easy to handle, easy to hold, easy to pick up. Yes. Come on, give me some love. Yes. So, if you'd like to sponsor Jovi, just let us know. You can reach out to us through Facebook at facebook.com/CloverPatch. Are you hiding? Or you can reach us by email at cloverpatchsanctuary@gmail.com. And now I'm going to introduce you to Where Are You Hiding, Miss Luna? She is definitely hiding from us today. There she is. Miss Luna, here she is. She is a precious little girl. She's also going to be going in for her spay soon. She came over with Marlene Richardson, also from Johnson City, and where she was on death row. We're going to find her a new home and get her a new life. Again, if you'd like to sponsor Miss Luna, you can do so by reaching out to us through Facebook at facebook.com/CloverPatch or through our email at cloverpatchsanctuary@gmail.com. We do have a chip-in set up on our main page for sponsorship for both of these bunnies, and they sure would appreciate it. Some of the new things we're going to do in our shelter this year, which I had mentioned it before, but we are planning on when these walls get painted, which right now you can see they are just the barest of white because we've spackled and all of that. I wanted to show everybody, if I can get it in good light, the actual color of our shelter. I was leaning more towards this first color, which is crushed oregano. But the more I think about it, just to keep the lightness and the good feelings and vibrations in our shelter, we're going to lean more towards this gilded pesto when we paint. So if you can imagine these barren walls right now that are just white, they're going to be this gorgeous gilded pesto color in this new year. That is our first big thing that's going to be done. We are going to do that in the spring because there's going to be a lot of sanding required, and we want to make sure that the bunnies are secure and safe out of the room. The next thing that we're going to do after these walls are already completed is that we have decided we are going to fill these walls with beautiful paintings and artwork given to us by our friends and supporters and people who just want to do something really nice for our shelter. Our favorite painting, which we haven't featured right now, is one that Marlene Richardson did for us, which is a peace sign, which is my personal just love. I'm often quoted as saying bunny peace. And that means peace among animals, peace among humans, and peace among rescues and rescuers. This is a symbolism for all of that, and so to go along with a theme that I love so very much, I really do treasure this painting created by Marlene. The next one, which we've already given a great place on our wall, is the bunny howling at the moon, which we love. That also created by Marlene Richardson. That's already in its permanent home. Of course, it will come down before the painting is completed, but we are going to be featuring it right back in the spot that it's in right now as soon as the shelter is painted. Also, another piece of artwork that's also in its permanent home, which was given to us by Chelsea. And she won this, I believe, in an auction not long ago. This is also a beautiful piece of art that is going to continue in its permanent home right there. Also, we take so much pride in our Pinky LaRue gourd, which Chelsea won at silent auction at the Bunfest, also sitting in its permanent home. It's really important to all of us at Clover Patch to not only feature just beautiful art that's related to bunnies, of course, but to also honor our friends who have taken so much part and heart and love in our shelter. So Pinky LaRue is also in her permanent home. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move you over to, this is Tippy, and Chelsea also donated this to our shelter. This was a painting she had won some time ago. And surprisingly, the background color is very similar to the color our walls are going to be. Again, our shelter walls are going to be surrounded with all of this beautiful artwork. And then to show you as well, we've got some beautiful ink and watercolor paintings done by Andrea Biggs that is also in their permanent home at Clover Patch, of course to be removed, as I said, when we paint the walls. And then moving down, these are our newspaper articles written about us in 2012 that are also in their permanent home on the Clover Patch walls, as well as another item that we did get at Bunfest, which is highlighting rabbit rescuers and how much we love our house rabbits. So that is one of the big steps we're making at Clover Patch. We are going to honor artists. We are going to honor friends, supporters, just wonderful people in our lives that have made a difference at Clover Patch Sanctuary. One of the other things we're doing this spring, which, okay, you know, you can see right here, I'm just videotaping a cast iron bed. I'd mentioned in a previous broadcast how I had a cast iron bed sitting in my attic, and one of the tips I gave was using what you got. And this bed, which was mine growing up as a teenager, this bed is going to be buried slightly this spring, about 6 inches into the ground, and we are creating a sand pit for the bunnies to come out and run and dig in. So it's going to be just such a fun little way to recycle an item that's not being used and to kind of just have a fun little story. And so the bunnies will actually be digging in sand this spring here at Clover Patch in a nice reused, recycled, and repurposed iron bed right in our back bunny yard. One of the new changes also we're doing for 2013 is we are actually upgrading our litter pans to these wonderful stainless steel litter pans. This one right here is the 6-inch deep one, which is great for some of our larger rabbits. And then of course we have some of the more shallow ones right here for our elderly bunnies, which is a little bit tough for them to hop into the litter pans. It is really, we know a few of you have already jumped on that bandwagon, and I've got to say, they are wonderful. They're easy to clean, they're easy to sanitize, and they're so much nicer than these traditional plastic ones, which can get really gross over time. So in 2013, we are welcoming the stainless steel litter pans into our shelter. We were able to happen upon these on Craigslist for a restaurant who was upgrading, and we could just not be we're so happy about the stainless steel litter pans. So by the end of 2013, hopefully sooner than that, our shelter will have 100% stainless steel litter pans, and we will be able to bid adieu to the gross plastic ones forever and ever. This is the memorial garden that we have completed for our shelter. Well, it's not really completed yet, because in the spring we're going to be mixing the ashes of our bunny friends that have departed into this wonderful, beautiful memorial mound. St. Francis of Assisi is going to be watching over our departed friends. And then, of course, there is our memorial plaque that's going to stay on this beautiful piece of ground. This piece of ground is shaded by a fruit-bearing tree, and so we are just so thrilled to be able to honor our departed friends in this manner. The dirt is 100% composted dirt, and it has a beautiful fence up around, and it's quite a big piece of property here, and we're going to be able to plant some pansies and some really pretty, just beautiful flowers in this area this spring to honor our friends that have departed from us since Clover Patch began. And so we're very thrilled to be able to offer this garden and honor those beautiful animals in this way. One of the things we're doing in our 2013 shelter renovation project is stainless steel. Everything has to be stainless steel. So keeping in tune with the stainless steel litter boxes, I present the stainless steel sink. This sink, of course, is not hooked up yet, so that's why it has so much stuff sitting on it, but it has a high pressure nozzle right above it, and that's for just blasting stains and any muck out of litter boxes. But as you can see, it is a very fine stainless steel sink. The plumber's actually coming on Monday, today, between 1 and 3, to give us our first estimate on getting this hooked up. We don't foresee it to be a huge problem, but as of right now, we still have a white refrigerator, but in this year, we are hoping to raise funding to upgrade to a stainless steel refrigerator. Stainless steel is just the best way to keep things sanitized and clean. One of my favorite rescuers told me not long ago that there's a difference between keeping something clean and keeping something sanitized. Those were some of the wisest words I've heard in so long. And so in keeping with that, stainless steel is just the way to go. You are able to use some of the cleaning agents on stainless steel that you would not be able to use on any other traditional sinks or refrigerators, and it really does keep everything just clean and neat and tidy, but most important, it keeps everything sanitized. Finally, what I wanted to show you, something we are doing this year in the spring in accordance with the painting. As you can see, I'm just showing you a very bare, basic concrete floor. We are going to acid etch this floor in the spring to create a beautiful mocha type pattern. The floor is clean, it's sanitized right now, but it's just not
the look. So this is kind of the makeup, or kind of the icing on the cake. It will literally be the last thing we do in our shelter because it's only for appearances. It is a purely functional, beautiful floor as it is right now. But you know, and a lot of people just love to have plain concrete, and we do too. So all we're going to do is just add a kind of a tone sealant to it, and make it just even nicer than it is. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video and the updates of what we're planning on doing in 2013. And we would like to thank everyone who has donated to us, who has supported us through our fledgling time of building Clover Patch Sanctuary. We are only a 3-year-old shelter. In January 1st, will actually be 3 years old. We have combined experience of many years, but us coming together and forming Clover Patch Sanctuary, we feel has made the difference in so many bunny lives out there. Everybody who has been with us through this whole time, and our very many friends and supporters, we'll never ever be able to thank you enough for just the time and the friendship and the love that you've put into Clover Patch. This very much is a it's your shelter. It's not just ours. Clover Patch Sanctuary belongs to you. So this is Amy Mott, News from the Clover Patch, and we will see you again in 2013. But before I go, I want to remind you, not just now, but in the future, always to remember to keep on the bunny side of life.